Everyone, it's Rob from This Board Game Life, and here we have on the table a fresh new copy of Wine and Cheese. This is a new game from Scott Almes, illustrated by Michael Menzel and Alexander Young. This is a Pegasus Spiel game, which I guess is like a follow-up from Beer and Bread, which I thought I had here somewhere. I guess not. But that's a game that I really enjoyed. It's something that Mark and I played at this Board Game Life Con, I don't know, 2 years ago. But this is a follow-up game, so let's check this out. This is a 12 and up two-player game, plays in 45 to 75 minutes. So let's check it out here. So I'm going to put this off to the side. So first up, we have this rule book, and it is a 20-page rule book. Looks to be really nicely done. A bunch of setup information here. Nice view of all the components. That's definitely nice. And I love the illustrations on here. Tons of illustrations for each of these segments. We've got playing the game here. And we're about halfway through right here. Different actions. Descriptions of different segments, right? There's summer and fall over here, winter. We miss spring up ahead. And then, of course, end of the game. And then where to find what. So that's a nice little rule book. Good size. Now, this is interesting. Look at this. So we have, what are these? They are, take these guys and chuck them. So we've got our components in these little boxes, which are kind of neat, these little sleeve boxes. So we've got one here. Let's see what's in this one. This one's got another one. Chuck that dude. This one's heavy. Maybe a deck of cards in here, I'm guessing. Yes. So here we have a deck of cards with, I'm mixed on these. You can sort of reuse these sometimes if you like pull cards out from the center like that, then these come off easy. I'm mixed on these, but it is better than struggling with the cellophane, and those sometimes are on there pretty good. So here we have the cards. Let's check the back of these. So it looks like we have several different kinds, right? Wine cards, cheese cards, right? So let's take a look at what they look like. Looks like they have maybe some costs down here on the lower right. Different actions. So these are the bread cards, right? No, the wine cards. These were the, what's this game called? Wine and Cheese. I'm confusing it with beer and bread. Okay, so these were the cheese cards. Put those down. Then we've got the bread cards. These look pretty similar. They have they're a nice finish. It doesn't have a linen finish. It's smooth, but they feel like the cards are good quality, and they're about regular card size there. And then these cards here are more wine cards. Look at that. That's steak right there. Nice. And looks like maybe some kind of seafood. So there's those cards. And then these maybe are somehow given out to the players at the start of the game there. But we've got all of the cards. So we'll put these back in here. Let's fold this up and then slide these back in. All right, and then the last one, it's got some components. And another one of these to check. In some games, I would say these are, was it, oh, I remember the name of that game with the whiskey barrels. But here we've got the main board. Oh, wow. This is actually going to be a big board. I think it's larger than beer and bread. Let me move these out of the way. And then here's the board. So good sized board, probably play opposite each other or this way. I don't know which. Let's take a look. How do you do the setup on here? So you have a card display over on this side here, according to this. And then, yeah, the different sides have different things. The sellers of the farmsteads. And so each player, I'm guessing, has their own farmstead on either side or something along those lines. But yeah, I'm excited to get this one to the table, even though it is actually this is kind of nice. Let's check out this back here. That's nice. It's much. I appreciate games that do this way more than games that have just a black nothing back here. So let's put these away. So there you have a quick look at wine and cheese. And then I can also call out there's nothing to punch with this game. How about that? And everything actually comes out real nice, goes back in there really nice. And there we go. Wine and Cheese by Scott Almes, a new release here for 2026, just prior to Gen Con. All right. Make sure to like and subscribe. Check out our channel for more views into these games, unboxings, reviews, mailbags, and also our podcast at thisboardgamelife.com. And if you got any comments, we'd love to hear them. See you in the next one.